Hi everybody, we are now in still in problems at 1.1. And we are now in question 15. Okay, and these questions refer to this drawing, okay, in the bottom of page 9. Okay, so let me copy the drawing for you, approximately. We have the y-axis, we have the x-axis. Okay, in this question, it's not very important to get right the painting because it's just to illustrate. It doesn't have to be exact. Let's make one of them in red. Let's say V will be red, or maybe V will be blue, and W will be red. This is V, and we have some W. This is W. And we have the line between them. Okay, let's make it in green. Or maybe purple is more appropriate. Okay, I'll just go over the lines so that you will see when I'm talking about colors. You will see it more clearly that the colors are what I'm referring to. Just make it a little thicker. This is the red, and this is the blue. Okay, so between them we have the here is the purple. It was hiding behind the book. Okay, so between them there is a line, a dashed line in the color purple. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the colors, but this is blue, the vector V is blue, the vector W is red, and the line between them is purple. Okay, on the line between them, in the middle of the line, let's see how long it is. In my page it's 8.5 centimeters by chance, and on this line there is a dot. Let's make it in orange. Eight and a half divided by 2 is 4.25. So let's say it's here. So this dot in the middle of this line is called U. Okay, the vector U equals half V plus half W. So okay, so now we have the drawing. So this figure shows half V plus half W, this point U, this point U. Mark the points 3/4 of V plus 1/4 of W. Okay, so they ask us about 3/4 of V plus 1/4 of W. What is this equals to? If we have 3/4 of V, let's say we went along V, which in my drawing is 11.5 centimeters, and we got to 1/4 of it, 11.5 divided by 4, times 3/4, okay, multiplied by 3 and divided by 4, would be, let's see, we'll make it here. This is just to draw it exactly. It will be the punch, the bottom line is that it would be on this purple line. Okay, I just want it to show you where exactly. Okay, I assume that it would be halfway between U and V. Okay, it would be probably in the middle between U and V, but I want to show you in the painting so it would be a little more clear visually. So we would make it 3/4 of 11.5, which is 23 divided by 2. And this equals to 46 divided by 8. And this equals to 5 3/4. Okay, so we are going along this line. Maybe I got it wrong. No, here it's not 46. I'm sorry. If it was 2, it was 46. This is 69. So this is not 5 3/4, sorry. This is 8 5/8. Okay, so 5 divided by 8, if 1/8 is 0.125, so 5 of these would be 0.625, okay? So this is 8.625. So it would be about here. And from here, we take 1/4 of W, okay? We got up to here. This is 3/4 of V. Okay, this point, the blue point. And 1/4 of W, this is also about 8.5. Okay, so 8.5. We want to get 1/4 of it. so it would be 2 and if 2 and 1 8. Okay, so it is from here something like this. Okay, so we want to connect this vector with this vector to add, to go along this, the blue 3/4, and add to it this quarter of a W. Okay, so what do we get? We get, I should have copied also the angle, but I'm doing it approximately because you see the principle. It would be something like here. Okay, so in this point, the red point, I don't know why I made it red. Let's make it in another color. Let's make it green. Okay, so in the green dot, this is 3/4 of V plus 1/4 of W. Now, of course, we don't need to solve it in an geometric way. You see the idea. The idea is that here we have the line of the, this is like the combination of, this is totally V, okay? If we go to here, it's only V. This is V, 1V plus 0W, okay? V is like 1 times V plus 0 times W, right? Because W doesn't take part at all. In W, this one is 0 times V plus 1 times W. Okay, 1 times W. So here only W takes part and V doesn't play at all, doesn't play a part at all. In all the middle points here, on this line between them, between the end of V and the end of W, in this point in U, V and W, each one take an equal part, okay? V has as much influence as W, so V tries to take it to this side, W tries to take it to this side, and they meet in the middle of the line, okay? Even if W was very different from V, there would be a middle of the line, and each one would like struggle, and they find the middle of the line, and this is where they both have equal influence, okay? So this gives half of the influence, and this gives half of the influence, and it's here that they meet. So this is U is half V and half W. Now if we wanted 3/4 of V, so V has more influence than before, okay? It has 3 times more. Let's say differently. V influences the place, the choice of the place, 3 times of what W influences, okay? So V has 3 times more influence. So if we divide it to 4 parts, this line, this purple line, this is 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. The point, the green point would be 3/4 of the way towards V, because it has 3/4 of the influence, and W has only quarter of the influence. So if we start from here, it would be only quarter towards W. Okay, so it would be closer to V. So here you see it illustratively. I hope it helps. Now let's see what else they ask. The point quarter V and quarter W. Okay, so if we have this line in between, okay, let's make it in black. Okay, this is the line exactly in between V and W. And if we have half and half, then we have a hole, one hole, something that is composed of V and W. But if we have only a quarter and a quarter, then you see we don't get a whole thing, we get half a thing. So it's in the middle here. You see why? Because it's got the same influence again. Each one contributes half of what they have, but it doesn't last for all the way. Okay, it doesn't end up here. It ends up half of the way through. So let's make it in a black. Okay, if this is 9 centimeters, it would be about here. This point, the black point, would be quarter V plus quarter W. And if you want, you can illustrate for yourself doing really the drawing. Of course, it doesn't prove anything, it's just to illustrate. If we have here 11 and a half, let's say, a quarter times 11 and a half equals a quarter times, we said it's 23 divided by 2. Then we have 23 divided by 8. And then we have 2 and 7/8. Okay, so 2 and 7/8, it's 1/8 is 0.125. So this would be 2.875. Okay, because we take 3 and minus 1/8. 1/8 is 0.125, and we get this. So it would be almost 3. So we have from the origin, okay, 2.875, let's say it's here. Okay, this point, and we have quarter of a W, which we have here, so it's just copied into here. And this thing, okay, this is just quarter of a W copied up to here, and you see we got to the right place. Okay, so what else? V plus W. Okay, V plus W is the whole parallelogram. Let's make V plus W. If we had 9 centimeters here. Let's make just continuing the line here so it would be easy for me. Nine centimeters from this point, we reach up to here. So this would be W. Trying to make it fix so you see that it's in red. This is W. And the blue one, if you want, this is already V plus W, but I want to show you that it is parallelogram. Okay, so this is V. Okay, so V plus W is that black arrow. I didn't show it's an arrow, this is an arrow. The black one, I don't want to mess it up, but the black one, it says it should be here, V plus W, but I don't want to crowd the picture, it's already very, very crowded. Okay, so this is question 15. So thank you.